I'd like to, if you'll please notice that behind us, facing, are the members of Levy Court who made this possible. I asked them to sit back there because I wanted you to see who they were, but it's also symbolic because they have been behind us from the beginning. I'd like to ask our Levy Court President Brooks Banta to come forward, please.
You may be seated. Thank you. On behalf of Levy Court, it is a distinct honor and privilege to welcome you to this long overdue event. 7 men, not Levy Court commissioners, 7 men who would not take no for an answer made this day possible, and more importantly, is occurring on Veterans Day. It is critical that we recognize our freedom fighters around the world, but it is also important to recognize those fallen heroes, some of whom who failed to return home. Today, we have this opportunity to right a wrong by dedicating this memorial in their perpetual honor. To the families that are here, America and Kent County owe you our sincere gratitude for your sons and daughters making the ultimate sacrifice for America and for democracy. The price they paid because of today's ceremony will now be permanently installed to the glory of God, the United States of America, and a symbol for future generations to see and respect. A special blessing on the families that are here, and you also remain in our hearts and prayers. Let us never forget the 26 Kent counties that lost their lives in the Vietnam conflict. With that, I'll introduce our County Administrator, Mr. Mike Petit.
Good afternoon. On this Veterans Day, it is a great privilege to welcome all of you to this dedication ceremony. At this site, a piece of land has been transformed from a mere lawn to a hallowed ground, a special place for remembrance and reflection. The memorial that we prepare to dedicate today will serve to inform and to remind the public, visitors and passers-by, and all citizens of the service and sacrifice of those brave military personnel who served in Vietnam. This place of remembrance will hearken us back time and time again in ceremonial gatherings such as this, and also in informal visits, to honor those who served and those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for the cause of liberty and freedom that we as Americans cherish. This memorial will serve as a constant and beautiful reminder of their bravery and sacrifice. On behalf of Kent County Administration, all the employees of Kent County government, we welcome and embrace this Vietnam Veterans Memorial that will soon be entrusted to our care. Please be assured that from this time forward, this memorial will be cared for with the utmost and highest degree of dignity and respect as an integral part of the fabric of Kent County's community, the heart of Delaware. Thank you very much.
If you'll note, we have so many people on here because they agreed to be short, to the point, and they're doing a fantastic job. But these are people that were really had hands-on, really relevant to this whole thing. I'd like now to introduce the Honorable Carl A. Carey, the Senior, the Mayor of the City of Dover.
Good afternoon, everyone. What a great tribute you are paying today to the men that have lost their lives in Vietnam by being here and showing your concern and your love for everything they did while they were overseas and what they did for commitment to protect all of us. So your tribute today of being here is outstanding, just fabulous. Today has been a long time coming. We are here today to dedicate this beautiful monument and this site to remember the lives that were lost in the Vietnam War. We dedicate this site and monument to honor the 26 men that lost their lives for our country. These men sacrificed their lives for all of us and the love of their country. We can all pay respect to each one of them. This gives them the honor, dignity that they preserve and deserve, and the names of the 26 men are engraved in this stone forever in the everlasting memory for their dedication to the United States of America. They will never be forgotten. I want to thank the Chapter 850 of the Veterans Association and everyone involved for making this monument become a reality. We can all be very proud of this monument in Dover, our state capital. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like now to introduce Levy Court Commissioner Allan Angel. This is his district, and he'll provide a very brief history of the memorial. Good afternoon, everyone. How this land came to be a memorial site. Well, it started with a vision. Back when President Banta was a commissioner with the previous Levy Court, he talked the previous Levy Court into buying the land adjacent to what is now our Kent County complex. Excuse me. In 2001, Levy Court had a visit from, came to Capital School District, which I was the president of Capital School District at that time, and they wanted to put an access road right next to this to get to South Little Creek. Well, the only concern we had was a road open to a school and children. So the only thing we asked them was to put a fence up to get the condition for the road. Then one day I received a call from Senator Bruce Ennis. He asked me if I would, we had a ground that we could place a memorial on that I should call Mike Snyder. Well, as soon as I hung up with the senator, I called Mr. Snyder, and we talked for about 3 minutes, and we found out that it was a great idea. What a great way to honor our veterans. I then called our county administrator, asked him if we had a piece of ground. He said we did. After having another about 5-minute discussion with our county administrator, I then called Mr. Snyder back and said, yes, we do have a piece of ground. We all met that afternoon. It took about 10 minutes from start to finish to find the piece of ground that we're going to be honoring today. We then placed it on our committee meeting, had a discussion with the commissioners, with the Chapter 850, and then public comments. We then put it on our business meeting, and we all passed it 7-0. This brings us all here today for the unveiling and dedication of this grand vision and remembrance that we will never forget those who fought for the freedoms we so cherish today. Thank you.